Hey YouTube, Rand over here. Today we're going to dehydrate some garlic. I have a pound plus quarter pound here. It's 1 pound, but you get 25% free. We're going to keep a quarter pound of it to cook with, fresh. But all we're going to do is just remove this outer skin down to the meaty part. It's kind of like an onion, I guess. I don't know, I've never dehydrated them before. It's my first time, so you have to bear with me. But then we're just going to break them down into the individual cloves and get them spread out on the trays here. So I'm going to get this done and then we'll be back. So here's what we have left out of a 1.25 pounds of garlic. We have 4 bulbs left. And by the way, I forgot to mention, you have to unwrap each individual little clove. Has a skin around it, so it's not just a skin on the outside, kind of like I made it look. I actually had to break them down and then break the skins off of them, and I loaded them up just like this. I left plenty of room. I went ahead and stacked up all 5 trays just to get a whole pound on there. And we're going to do these for 24 to 36 hours. I guess after 24 hours I'll check them, and the ones that are done I'll take off, and like this one will probably be done, and then this one will probably take 36 hours, this one will probably take 24 or so. But I'll update you at least once in between now and 24 hours, so we'll be back in a minute. A minute for you. It's going to be about 12 hours for me. Hey YouTube, we're back. It's been about 16 hours on these things, and it's time to flip them or rotate them, whatever. See if I can do this one-handed. Bottom tray and stick it on top. Now I did notice a problem with doing these. Get back up here. You notice those holes right there are kind of big. Then you have these littler ones like this. When I'm rotating them in the air, and a couple fall out. So your smaller ones I would try to lay crossways. Your bigger ones you just throw in there however, but these smaller ones like this, and it looks like this one I didn't take all the skin off, but this has been 16 hours and it's still pretty rubbery feeling, and it's actually still kind of moist in the center there, so definitely not ready yet, but shouldn't be too much longer. Maybe 8 hours or so. These littler ones should be done, and probably about another 20 hours they should all be done. So we'll be back with an update probably around 24 hours. Alright, it's been 24 hours. We're back. Time to rotate anyway, so we'll go ahead and rotate them up. This kind of sucks doing one-handed. And I want to get a small one, a thin one. And test it and see if it's brittle. Supposedly they're supposed to be really brittle when they're done. So that's pretty thin. Still has a little bit of paper left on it. Really hot, but not at all brittle. I would say it's still pretty wet. In fact, the big ones aren't even remotely hard. So 24 hours won't do it on them, so we're going to go to full 36, and they're still not done. I don't want to run this thing longer than 36 hours, so maybe next time I'll have to cut these big cloves in half or something, make them a little bit smaller, because that little one's not dehydrated. Look at the size of them. You know that one's not going to be. So this 24 hours, we'll come back at 36 and show you what we have. Alright, YouTube, it's been 36 hours. We let them go for 36 hours. And then we pulled the plug and let them cool for about another 4. They tell you in the book to let them cool before you test them for dryness. So we're going to test them now. We're going to test a big one, and we're going to test a little one. I even let the little ones go for 36 hours just to be safe. So I would say that one's pretty big. Let's find a little one. Yeah, that one's a little one. So we're going to test these now. And like I said, they've been cooling for 4 hours, so they should be plenty cool enough that that shouldn't be a factor in it. I don't think they're done, personally. The ones that I've seen were a little bit more yellow. Of course, that doesn't help that, you know, I guess I didn't skin them down all the way. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Because that's very much, bendable. It's not at all dry, so there we go. See, I thought I got all the outer skin off these things, and obviously I didn't. They're supposed to be brittle. That's not at all brittle. So I would consider that a fail so far. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and go ahead and take the time and skin them down to the very bottoms where there's no skin left on them, and then try them again for a couple hours and see what happens. I don't want to waste a pound of garlic, so I don't want to just throw them away, but that's the color consistency that I've been seeing on a lot of the videos, though, is that yellow color. And even the little one, you can see that should snap in half, and it's like rubber. That's nothing brittle, so you can tell the difference in the colors. The little one's a lot darker than this big one, so I think the little ones will be done first, but I don't know. I need to try to save these, so I'm going to get off of here and start skinning them a little better and try to get them down to just the clove of garlic and see what we get out of them. So we'll be back again, YouTube. I just wanted to show you guys the difference in these. So this is one that got skinned all the way down, and this is one that didn't. First, you can tell the difference in the colors of them, but this is the way they should look. They should snap, be dry all the way through, and have a little hollow hole in them. This one, you can tell, it just bends. Can't really hear anything. You should be able to hear a clanking sound with it. That one just... So these here are done out of the entire pound of garlic I had. This is how much I have dehydrated, and that's how much I've screwed up. So we're gonna get these reloaded and start dehydrating them again, and hopefully it won't take too long, maybe 10-12 hours. We'll do an update and show you what we have. We'll be back. Alright, we're back, YouTube. Sorry I didn't do an update or anything, but I was just ready to get this shit finished. It took more than twice as long as I thought it was going to, and there was a couple of reasons for that. I went 36 hours and realized I still had the skin on it, so took the skin off and did it another 36 hours. And most of it finished about that much of the bottle wasn't done. It was still soft, and I figured I broke one in half and it was still really wet, so I figured out that it was just, they were too big. It was all the big cloves. So I took a pair of scissors and I cut them halfway up each one. If you actually take these, they have the center canal, there's like a little canal dug out in there. It's empty inside the clove. So I don't know, let's see if we can find one. Okay, you see that big cut right there in that one? I cut it all the way through to the canal, and that way they dry out. And within 2 hours after me doing that, they were done. All in all, probably went about 80 hours on these to finish them. I know I started Wednesday and I didn't finish till last night, Sunday night. So I'm so sick of smelling garlic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit of onion in here, just to make some Italian spices if need be. When I do open it, I'll go ahead and make my spices right then, because I won't care if my onion tastes like garlic and a little bit of my garlic tastes like onion. So I'll just throw some onion in here and throw in O2 absorber, and I consider that packed. But you can hear it, they're nice and hard. There's another one that I split, and this is pretty much what we do with it right here. That's a little bit that's already been made up. It's garlic powder. Now this is a little chunkier than I like. Probably run it through a few more times and get it finer. But it's going to be a darker color than the garlic powder you buy from the store, because it's not bleached. They actually bleach that garlic powder to get it that color, so that's the color garlic powder is going to be in its natural form. So, and who cares, right? I mean, you're cooking with it. It's not like you're using it as a condiment or something. So alright, well there's my dehydrated garlic. Next time I know that the big ones I'll cut in half, and I'll make sure I get all the skins off of them. That way it should only take 36 to 40 hours to finish all of them. Thanks for watching, YouTube.